If it's extra one, yeah, just in case one flies away or something. $17.22. Check, check. Testing. Kuulen. Kuulen hyvin. Sori. Mä puhun sulle jo, mulla oli pelkästään kuulokkeita, ei ollut mikki sit suussa. Pikku lapsuus. Nyt mikki on huulella. Kuuluuko nyt paremmin? Hyvä. Mitäs aikataulu näyttää? 17.23. Eli mitä sanoit? 25 yli live. Ja mitäs PAsta? Sanotaanko me jotain ennen alkuun? Mitäs on mi? Okei. Missäs toi Syni on tuolla? Ehkä mä vaihdan vielä rillit kuitenkin. Hetki pieni. Testing. Serenity. Please, Serenity, come to the commentary box. Testing. Serenity to commentary box. Thank you. Mikä on? Kynän rapsausta. Niinkö? Ai, okei. No siitä mä en tee. Oota, mä sanon tuossa Serenity 1 sana. Tai 2. One I just noticed as I was fixing the fence before, there's 2 planks which are standing up there. If somebody can just grab them in and take them out. And then there's a few people that's coming field side, which I can see they shouldn't be here.
Field side.
There's Jonathan October has just come here.
Yeah.
So
okay.
They're not part of the 2 squads.
Yeah, and even Troy.
And Troy, sorry, I didn't see him.
Oh really? Okay.
So basically they should be on the spectator side.
Yeah. I'll tell them.
And then just make sure the 12s and 13s have all got vests on.
Yeah, I just gave to them. They have their own.
Super. We good? Otherwise okay?
All good.
Testing. 17:26. Thanks, Ernie. No niin. Valmiin olla. Annat sä mulle joku laskurin. Good evening, world, and welcome to the Kerava National Cricket Ground for what will be the final and second qualifier for a place in the 2023 Finnish T20 Premier League Championship final. Two teams today we have playing our Bengal Tiger Thundercats and the Empire Lions. Bengal Tiger Thundercats proceeded based on winning the Eliminator against SKK, so they finished 4th in the league. And the Empire Lions having won the round proper, the league round proper, however lost to the Gerde Helsinki Markors in the Qualifier 1, so find themselves here in Qualifier 2 playing off for the final place on Saturday. It's a lovely evening here in Kerava. Let's hope it stays that way. News of the toss. Bengal Tigers won the toss and decided to bat. Looking for an interesting evening. And welcome to all of our viewers wherever you may be. Hopefully we will see you also active on the chat line. Number 24, Amjad Sher, to take the first over this evening from the residential end at the National Ground here in Kerava. Not quite sure yet who is facing. I haven't seen the shirt numbers, so I'll give you an update on that as soon as I can.
Alright, guys, it's 5:30. Coming right over to you. Let's play.
First delivery, and it's dubbed out to short cover where Nathan Collins takes a clean pickup and no run. Let's have a look at the field. The 2-man out for the 6-over power play. We have a 3rd man deep at the moment. Second delivery, very similar to the first. And the same end result. 2 dots. And just screening around the boundary, we have the second fielder out. Looks like Hariharan Dandapani on sweeper on the cover boundary. So cover boundary and 3rd man out by the covers as Amjad Sher comes in for the 3rd delivery of the first over. Swing and a miss, bit of bounce. It's been quite dry this week. The pitch looks though it's nice and zippy this evening. So that's a 3 dot, so Empire will be happy with that start. Amjad Sher looking good so far. He's the leading wicket taker for Empire this season and the league leading wicket taker as he comes in for his 4th delivery. Connection with that, just enough to get it over the fielder on the ring, over mid-on, and it looks like they'll come back for 2 as Mahesh Tambe that returns the ball. Yep. 2 runs, opening 2 runs of the innings. Share will come in for the fifth ball of the over. And it's straight, slightly at an angle here from the commentary box, so I wasn't going to say then how straight that actually looked, but obviously the umpire was of the opinion that that was hitting, and that's the first wicket in the first over. The umpire will be pleased with that start. Looks like he just played all around that one, and it was a full delivery, and sure enough, the umpire's finger was raised. Ah, okay, Noni.
Yeah, then deep if he's in, then deep. Ball coming right arm over to you. One more ball to come. Go, boys. Stay on, lads.
Last ball of the first over from Cher. Looks, yep, going down the leg side, quite rightly signalled as wide.
Well, let's get.
First extras on the score. For the world at large, the rather loud groundsman, Mr. Stephen Law, originating from Preston, has just arrived. So if you heard his dulcet tones over mine just a moment ago, then yeah, the ground does look wonderful. So credit to him for that. As the Bengal Tigers take a single off the final ball of the over, which will mean that 4 runs for 1 wicket at the end of the first over.
Amjad, what do you reckon? Move him out of slip into here. For him, these two. Yeah, but Vanni. Yeah. Go in front of square. Manny on the boundary. Yeah.
The second over this evening will be bowled by Empire Lions Raz Mohammed, the second leading wicket taker in the Empire team this season in the Finnish Premier League with 21 wickets, and that's the 3rd ranked bowler in the season, as he comes up and delivers to number 7, who is the new bat in at 3, Mr. Mohiuddin Al-Belal, who is also the Bengal Tigers leading run scorer, and in actual fact the league leading run scorer this season with 442 runs to his name so far this season. So there's quite a critical stage of this first innings, early doors. Let's see what he does. Plays one out to covers, and that'll be a single as the balls return to the keeper's end. Bit of a scruffy take, and they come through for a single. We have Shahid Alam, the skipper, who will now be on strike as the score moves along to 5 runs from 8 deliveries. Let's see where they've moved the field. Looks like we have Jordan O'Brien at long off. One of the fielders out. He comes in and he's bowled him. Alam is cleaned up by Raz Mohammed.
Yeah, boy.
So that's 5 for 2. Something of a start here for the Empire Lions. Lots of technology on view this evening. We have our blink stumps. We have stump mics on here, so if you can hear some of the chat going on out in the middle, as I can, All here to improve the viewer
Yes, please.
experience.
Vanny,
Hope you enjoyed.
mid-wicket.
Look forward to your feedback in that regard, whether you do or you don't. Please feel free to be active in that regard. Let's see where the second fielder is going to be out for the second over. Do we have any changes? Yes, we have. I think that looks like Gallagher, is it? Yep, Pete Gallagher at cow corner and Amjad Sher at long on. So Jordan O'Brien's been brought up into the ring. And just those two fielders out here in the second over of the power play as Mohammed approaches to the new batter. Who is Iqbal Hussain, number 31, in at 4 for the Bengal Tigers this evening. Ooh, and he beats him there outside the off stump, straight through to the keeper. Nice ball from Raz Mohammed. His pretty stock length. Raz, one of the Finnish national team players, usually bowls a pretty full length, both early doors as well as in the death overs. Last ball of the second over at 5 for 2 as he comes in to deliver, and that's a forward defensive just out the short point, collected by Mohan, and that's the over. So we have 5 for 2 at the end of the second. Hussain on 0 of 3 balls, and Bilal 2 runs off 3 balls. Just going to see who's going to take the second. It looks like it's going to be Sher again from the domestic end. Housing end. I'm not sure we should have agreed as to what we actually call these ends, but the housing end will do for now. As we look here out onto the field in the direction of the Kerava City water tower. So I think we'll call that the water tower end. There we go. That's good for this evening as Sher approaches. Well connected. It's going to go all the way by the looks of it. That's the first boundary of the innings. A little bit too full. Nice and easy, guided through the inner circle fielders and out to the point boundary for 4 runs. A nice shot. And that was Belal that was facing. Very much a bread and butter type shot for him, I think, in this case. Let's see what Sher does with his lines. The next delivery as he approaches. Oh! My word, there we go. Improved his lines and straight through to first slip. So that'll take us to 9 for 3. Things are falling apart here for the Bengal Tigers. They're going to need a stand sooner rather than later for actually putting a score on this this first innings.
So number 50 took the catch, right? Manny, तू बाहर से walk in करके, ठीक है?
So interesting. Let's see. New batsman in is number 32, Mr. Mahmoud Alam. And at 9 for 3, he's probably in it a little bit earlier than he expected. So that's Sher with interesting figures of off 8 balls, 2 wickets for 8 runs.
Yep, next up. Slightly move this way. Yeah, that's middle. Bowler coming right arm over to you, 4 more balls to come.
Share. Share beats new batter. Alarm outside the off stump there. And I was just looking for the umpire information that we have standing this evening here in this qualifier game. We have Debashish Roy at square leg and Thrindu Korolage, who's at the business end as Share approaches. A bit of a wild heave, and it just trickles out to short mid on, and that's O'Brien that collects the ball. No run. Yep, Thrindu Korolage and Debashish Roy, the two gentlemen part of our Cricket Finland umpires panel that have been doing a lion's share of the Premier League matches this season. Share approaches again. And that's a wild swipe. Where's that gone? Oh, and he's put it down. Swirler. I'll be disappointed with that. Should have taken that one. So a chance to Alam. That's it's going to go down as a relatively simple catch. Despite the fact that it was a swirler and over the shoulders, there was enough time to get back and take that one. But it's gone. Next ball. Fuller one, and there's no fielder out on the leg side. Let's see whether that'll go all the way. It looks like it will. 4 runs. A poor delivery there from Share to finish his second over. He won't be pleased with that at all. That was literally too full on the leg side, and easy meat for the batsman just to get a bit of wood on it, and away for 4 runs to that was Hussain. Better facing there. The last ball of Share's over, so 2 wickets for Share, but 13 runs. He'll a little bit expensive off his first 2 overs. Loud appeal there from Mohammed for the first ball of his second over. Not interested, the umpire. And Alam lives to fight on. Still 1 run off that streaky edge. Faced 4 balls so far as Mohammed approaches for the second delivery of his second over. Beats him again. Seems to be on something of a charmed life this evening. Playing and missing. Edges being missed. Grunt coming from Raz Mohammed as he delivers that one. That's also a normal thing for him. Batsman Alam all tied up there and no run. So that's another dot ball. So that's Mohammed is if Share has been quite expensive at the other end, despite taking 2 wickets, then Mohammed is the opposite. He's gone for just a single so far off 9 balls. Again, another wild swipe. He's not really looking. He's not really going to be waiting and taking his time this evening, it seems. Our friend number 32, Mr. Mahmoud Alam, seems to be in a rush this evening, which at 14 for 3, I suspect his colleagues probably won't think that's necessarily a good idea, having seen him already dropped off one of those type of shots. But a pressure situation. How's he going to react to the next ball, which will be the 5th delivery of the Mohammed's 2nd over. Another similar swipe as the previous one. This time makes contact. Just roll out to O'Brien at long off for a single.
Yeah, money up. Money. You.
Mohammed is into Hossein, who just dabs it out to just slightly backward a point. That'll be the end of the over. Just 1 run off it, so that's 2 overs from Mohammed for 1 wicket for 2 runs. The score is at 15 for 3, and we still have 2 overs left in the power play. Interesting start to the inning. Let's see what the skipper is going to do here. Jonathan Skamans looks like...
You are in here, George. You and
yeah, looks like he's going to give another over to Sher. See if he can make another breakthrough, no doubt.
Wait, Jordy, wait, you got 3 out. Ras in.
As Empire tweak the field, they have O'Brien out at long off, and that looks like Dandapani at sweeper on the cover boundary. Those are the 2 fielders outside of the ring for the power play, which will be the 5th over from Sher. And again, just a nothing defensive nibble straight through to the keeper. Seems to be either a defensive nibble or a wild swipe at the moment from this batsman. Let's see what he does with the next one. Approaches, comes down the wicket. Oh, beats O'Brien on the long off boundary, just wide enough of him. Had to make up quite a lot of distance to try and stop that one. Made good contact. This time, the first time this evening for Alam, and he gets a boundary for his efforts. And this time, a little bit of hesitation. He wasn't quite sure whether he was going to play his defensive shot or his wild swipe. He played neither. And his stumps are rearranged, so Sher continues to be expensive, but also wicket taker. That's 3 for 17 off 2.3 overs for him this evening, which leaves the Bengal innings in all sorts of trouble at 19 for 4. As I mentioned before, the previous wicket. Certainly looking to get a stand here if they're going to post anything like a decent score here from off the first innings. Not for the 4th wicket, so let's see whether the 5th wicket is any better. That's number 18, which is Tonmoy Saha approaching the wicket to join
Just move it back a little bit. Move it back.
Hossein,
Yeah, that's fine.
who is currently 4 runs off 5 deliveries. So an interesting start. We've seen 4 wickets down already. We've had 1 catch dropped. We've had a couple of boundaries. All sorts of goings on here in Kerava this evening for this qualifier 2 of the Finnish Premier League T20 Championship match. Sher delivers, and that's a bit of a thick edge, goes down to the fielder at deep 3rd man, who, let's have a look, Raz Mohammed, I think.
Money in.
Yep, field change again, so O'Brien comes out to long off, and we have Mahesh Tambe is out at long on, so long on, long off. 2 fielders out at the moment as Sher approaches, and that's a little bit too leg side, doubled out. Too short mid for a single. Good return to the keeper, Skamans. They'll come through for the single, taking them to 21 for 4 with 1 ball remaining of the 5th over this evening. So it is Saha facing. As you'll hear the aircraft overhead, as we're not too far away from Helsinki-Vantaa Airport, as Cher comes in to deliver the final delivery of this over to Saha. Ooh. Bit of a nothing shot there. He beats him. I think he tried to leave it. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. That finishes Cher's third over, so 3 overs, 3 for 19. Score is 21 for 4. Going along at a run rate of 4.2 at the moment, the Bengal Tiger Thundercats. I suspect that let's see, is there going to be a bowling change now, or will Mohammed also continue? Let's have a look. Yeah, looks like we're going to have a bowling change. And it'll be number 73 on his shirt, Mr. Hariharan Dandapani, whose current wicket-taking status in the Finnish Premier League this year is cumulative total of 18 wickets,
just drop around then.
which has him at 7th in the
mid-wicket, mate.
bowlers
Come
ranking.
round. You two come round.
Fielding-wise, we've got a man deep on cow corner and a fielder at long on, as the two fielders still out for the power play, the final over of the power play, the 6th. As Hariharan comes right arm around the wicket to Hussain.
Good thinking, that, Mac.
Straight to short mid, and that'll be a dot.
Manny.
Interesting to see a spinner coming in bowling right arm round the wicket this evening. Hariharan has done quite a bit of that this season with some success. Something of a wild swipe. And where's that going? Straight down the throat of, I think that was Nathan Collins by the looks of it. So that's Hussain gone as well. National team skipper Nathan Collins took the catch quite easily over his shoulder. As the top edge from a wild swipe from Hussain. The wheels continue to come off. 21 for 5. Let's see, can anybody from the Thundercats team then stay with Saha for this next wicket? Quite a critical phase here to make something of this innings this evening. Let's see who's going to be joined by. Looks like it will be number 98, Mr. Belayat Khan. So a current Finnish Bears squad player joins an ex-Finnish Bears squad player, Tonmoi Saha, with 5 wickets down. Pressure's on the batters here quite clearly.
Good luck, Belayat. Is that leg? Oh, he's good.
Some good bowling here at the start from the umpire bowlers, but at the same time also some quite rash shots from the Bengali batters.
Let's go, Hazza.
As Dandapani approaches. Belayat, no clue there. Didn't know whether he goes forward or back.
Same field, boys.
Straight through for buys.
Awesome ball, buddy. Awesome ball, buddy.
Keeper Skaman's fluffed it. Fortunately for him. Fortunately for Bengal Tigers. And Saha will come on to strike.
He's super deep here, mate. Super deep.
Dandapani for the 4th ball of his first over.
Bowler!
Straight out to point, a little bit of confusion. Good
Sorry,
return.
I thought he's further down. Lovely work,
Saha
Razi.
sending back.
I thought he's further down that. Lovely work, Razi.
Sharp work there in the field at point from Raz Mohammed. Save the run. And that's another miss from Saha, another dot to Dandapani, which takes into 5 dots off this over. Just the one bye that we've seen so far and a wicket, so we're going to have a
Here we go, buddy, here we go.
wicket made in the final
Deep in that crease,
over
fella.
of the power play. Let's see, Saha facing up and
On it,
plays
Johnny.
it.
Keeper. Easy, easy.
I was going to say straight back to the bowler, but Dandapani then didn't quite manage to stop that. But it went to O'Brien, who was at mid-off, and that's the over. And we will see a wicket maiden. So we have a wicket maiden at the end of the power play, which sees the Thundercats at 22 for 5 only. So they're all sorts of trouble here. Both Sahara and Belayat Khan can bat, so no issues there for these guys to actually put a partnership together. Let's see what's going to be the bowling change here for the 7th over, and the fielding movements after the power play is finished. It's going to be Imran Mohammed to continue from the housing end. Looking at the stats this season, no, I don't have the stats down to Imran. Leading wicket takers for the Empire Lions this season, I think I mentioned earlier. Amjad Sher is the league leading wicket taker with 25 wickets, so he's taken a couple more this evening as Mohammed approaches. Floaty in duckers is normally what he bowls. This time the in duckers not quite control, goes down the leg side as Skamins takes the ball cleanly, but it's a wide going down leg to Khan. One more to the score. Mohammed Imran, let's see if he gets his radar on target. Doesn't look it. Second wide as Skamins rearranges the stumps, but the batsman has not left his crease, so there'll be more work for the square leg umpire to come in and reorganise the stumps. I'm sure he'll enjoy that. So Imran so far struggling with his line.
Yeah, that's good.
Normally does bowl floaty in-swingers, Yorker length in-swingers. Let's see if he can get his line right for the still the first ball of this over. Still a little bit leggy, but this time clips the pad. That'll be a dot. There's a little bit of sunshine this evening. More of that. Plenty of sunshine this week. Let's hope it stays that way as Imran approaches. Ooh, little inside edge out to mid-wicket fielder outside of the ring, who will return the ball. I think that's Mohan out there. That's just a single onto the tally, which takes Sahar along to 2, I believe. Imran approaching and has got his radar in line. It looks pretty straight here. The new commentary box here at Kerava is at just behind the long off fielder, so I've not got a straight view. That looked pretty straight. That one as the batter just patted it out to Collins at short cover. No run. Ooh, another one floated up full, which will just come out to O'Brien at long off, and they'll take a single. Just floats that one over the bowler, past the infield, and takes a single. So that'll bring Khan on to strike as Imran approaches for the 5th ball of his over. Radar still not corrected. Wide again down the leg side, so that's 3 wides off this over. For Imran, normally 3 wides off the over. Yeah. So this will be, what hopefully will be the 5th ball of the over as he approaches and gets it straighter this time. A little bit of an inside edge straight back to the bowler. That'll be another dot. Again, as we have more aircraft going over the ground as Imran approaches for his last ball of the over. Ooh, and that's beaten everybody. Beats the batter, beats the keeper, beats the stumps. Let's see what the umpire's signal is. Did you get a nibble on that? Well, it looks like it's going down as a run, so yep, there was an edge on that one, so Skaman's missed that. So 6 off the over from Imran takes the Bengal total to 28 for the loss of 5 at the end of the 7th. Looking for some consolidation here are the Thundercats, and it'll be Dandapani to continue from the Caribou Water Tower end. Umpire at his end, Debashish Roy. Any changes to the field? Let's see. He's feeling set at the moment. We have again
need one here.
deep mid. We have cow corner out. We have long on out, and
Collar, stay on that sharp. Yep.
Just got the 3 out at the moment by the looks of it. Yep. Everybody else still in the ring, obviously attacking at this moment in phase of the game. Dandapani approaches and he gets a little nibble down the leg side. Keeper misses that one as Mohammed Imran fields here at fine leg, and they'll take 2 off the first ball of the 8th over. That will be taking them to 30.
45.
And those are the first runs off Dandapani this evening, as we had a wicket made in his first over this evening.
Here we go, Spuddy, coming here, boys.
It'll be Khan still facing 4 from 6 currently, his situation. Full 1 from Dandapani. It's the one out to Brian is the fielder at just a slightly wide mid-off.
Working hard here, boys, working hard here.
The sort of batting that the Thundercats need at the moment, I think, just to knock it around a little bit, look for the gaps in the field, nothing silly. Try and push it around for a few overs and get themselves in. Just as I say that, there's a bit of a slash from Saha. Is he going to have enough on it? Looks that way. Outfield's quite quick this evening. It's been dry. It's had a couple of mows the last few days, and Tambe doesn't manage to cut that one off, and there'll be 4 runs
Harry, which way?
to Saha, which takes him to 6, I believe.
That's it. Follow, you go square as well.
As it seems, this evening is a popular route for the aircraft. That's the 3rd or the 4th one that's going over so far this evening.
Oh! Good. Keep it the same, keep it the same. Go.
Saha gets a little bit of wood on that one. His squeedle just
We've got 4 out. Raz.
nurtles it out to
Yeah.
the short fine leg fielder just on the ring. That's
Here we go, buddy. Here we go, Spud.
and it'll be Khan to face. Fuller ball from Dandapani
Spud.
just in the block hole.
That's it, that's it. Finding that, buddy. Finding it.
And short mid, which is
Here we go, Spuddy boy. Working hard here,
26,
working
I
hard
believe
here.
that was.
Find that range.
Dhanraj Padal just on the ring, inner ring. Dandapani
Oh,
again, similar delivery, right up there in the block hole again.
Manny.
Khan managed to keep it out, and that'll be the end of the over. That's 2 overs, 1 for 8 for Dandapani now, with a score on 36 for the loss of 5 wickets. So a little bit of better over for the Thundercats there. A few more of those they'll be looking for now in the 9th and 10th. Get them to the drinks break with another 10, 12 runs, I would think. They'll probably be happy with that, considering the rapid loss of 5 wickets that they've seen then so far. See if they can consolidate and take it on from there and make something out of the last 10 overs of the innings. It'll be Mohammed Imran to continue.
No.
Seems to have got his radar right. Full in-swing delivery, which is played out to Collins at short cover and no run. Let's see the field set for this ball. We've got O'Brien out. Long off, long on. Cow corner as Saha attempts to guide that one down to the vacant 3rd man area, but misses it straight through this game, and that'll be another dot. And we have, just to complete the fielders, we have a sweeper on the boundary, which is Dandapani. Similar attempt of a shot as to the previous delivery. This time he makes contact, and it's Tambe, I think, that's at point on the ring. Doesn't manage to save the single. So Saha comes through for another run. That'll take him to 8 of 12 deliveries, and his partner Beliat Khan will be facing the next delivery from Mohammed Imran with 5 of 9 so far this evening. So Thundercats will be looking here to, as I said, consolidate from here. Their highest scorers of the season are all out, so it's going to be on the middle order and tail to do the work this evening if Thundercats are going to post anything of a competitive total. As Khan comes through for a single off the first ball, straight through to O'Brien, who was at long off and coming in to retrieve that one. Not able to stop the single. Imran approaching full again, looking for that block hole. This time a little bit too full, and Saha just clips that one away to just backward of square. And they take an easy run. There's one delivery left in this 9th over for Imran. He's managed to avoid bowling wides this over at least. Let's see what he does with the last one. And just enough bat on that by the looks of it. Yeah, just comes down on the ring. And they'll keep to the single. O'Brien returns the ball to keeper's game as that's the over. Score moves along to 40 off 9. So again, managing here to at least put a few runs on the board from that over. The Thundercats.
Manny, stay loose, but yeah.
40 for 5.
Not too
Looking
far, not too far.
already far better than it did at 21 for 5.
Here we
it'll
go,
be
Spud.
Dandapani to continue with the 10th over to Drinks. To Khan, who plays that one just backward of, what's he at? It's a deep gully then, you'd probably say that. Tambe fields the ball, and they come through for the single, which will bring Saha on to strike for the second ball of the 10th over.
Oh, Fanny!
Dandapani on keeping on that full length, squirts that one out to short mid, who comes round onto his right hand side. Vanraj Padal, I think that is number 26 at short mid wicket, not able to cut off the single. So 2 singles from the first 2 balls of the 10th, which brings Khan back on the strike. Again, does he manage? Oh, well fielded there down at fine leg by Imran. Manages to keep that down to a single.
Run to your left, yeah?
3 singles so far off the over. Dandapani coming with the 4th delivery to Saha. Plays that one out to Collins at short cover, just for the single again.
Trying to build this here, boy.
More sensible batting for these 2 Thundercat batters at the moment. Just taking 4 singles.
Bring Amjad up and see if he wants to take the risk. Amjad!
This game is looking to change the field here. Yep, he's bringing his long on up to the circle. It'll be Amjad Sher coming up from long on. Let's see whether the batter's interested in clearing him.
Oh, on it, yeah.
No. That'll be another dot ball as he noodles that one out to Padal at short mid. And this will be the last ball before Drinks of the 10th over from Dandapani, coming into Khan.
Oh.
And then was that one again. This time he gets it past the left hand of the mid-wicket fielder, and Sher comes round from mid-on. Just to keep them to 1, and that'll be the end of the 10th over, so the halfway stage of the innings. We've got 45 for 5 for the Bengal Thundercats here in the second qualifier of the Finnish Premier League 2023.
Amps? Amper? What are you doing? That's bad luck, don't do that.
So that's Triggs taken here as the Thundercats 12th man just leaves the field, and it looks like we're going to have the 11th over will be from Peter Gallagher. To continue from the residential end here at the Caravan National Ground. Let's look what field he's set. He has nice Tambi out at long off. We have Amjad Sher long on. Looks like O'Brien at Kaukona on the rope, and we have Dandapani, Hariharan Dandapani on the sweeper cover boundary. Oh, we have another fielder out as well. We have a deep mid to Gallagher as he comes in for his first ball, which is a bit short. Width out to Dandapani coming in from the cover boundary for a single. Moving Khan along to 11 off 16 so far, and his partner Saha 11 off 15 as Gallagher will deliver his second ball of this evening. Better length. Just gloves that one out to short cover, and Collins returns to the bowler's end. On leg stump this time as Khan it is that nurdles that one round just backward of square leg for a single. So 3 singles so far off the over, which is the 11th here of the first innings. What is a beautiful evening here at the Caravan National Ground. That's Gallagher into Saha. Missed that one. Just connects on the thigh, didn't get any bat on that, and that'll be a dot. Certainly a chance there, a bit of a loose delivery again from Gallagher. 2 loose balls so far this over. And he's gone for 3 singles. Looking to get after him, he's going to bowl those sort of deliveries. It's a better length. Plays it straight out to Collins at short cover, who comes in quickly to stop the run. Better from Gallagher. Saha couldn't really do much with that other than keep it out. As Gallagher will deliver the last ball of his first over this evening. No run. So 3 runs off the 11th. Takes the Thundercats to 48 for 5. Continuing their process of consolidation from being at 21 for 5 off 5.2 overs. 11 overs, 48 for 5, somewhat of a recovery. They won't be satisfied with that yet, of course. Perhaps starting to look to get after some of the bowlers here in the next few overs. Now they've The two batters have faced 36 balls there collectively. Saha 19 deliveries, Khan with 17. Let's see, we have another bowling change. So from the Kerava Water Tower end, we'll have Empire Lions number 3, Mahesh Tambe, to deliver his right arm medium over the wicket deliveries tonight for the first time. National team player Mahesh Tambe has been away for a long holiday, back to see some relatives back in India. He's looking a bit rusty the last few games. Let's see how he bowls this evening. Didn't quite manage to put the ball in the right areas in the first qualifier. I think he'll be in agreement with that as he approaches for his first ball to Khan. Full length, Khan hits it straight back at the bowler and demolishes the stumps at the non-strikers. More work for the umpire, and no run. Thamba there with a full toss. So again, continue to look a little bit rusty as Mahesh. Oh, he's got sets high standards for himself, and he'll be looking to continue to improve on those types of deliveries as he approaches for the second ball of his first over. That's a better length. Straight through to the keeper. Khan not managing to make any contact with that one. Let's see how he's got his field set for this. Batter as Mani Mohammed Imran comes up to the ring. And it looks like we've got Dandapani coming out to the deep, just backward square leg boundary. Fielder out at cow corner on the boundary, another one at long on. And we have a sweeper out on the cover boundary and a third man. As Khan just plays a defensive stroke straight out to short cover. (26) Padal fielding that one. There's no run. So two bit better balls then from Tumble. Let's see what he does with the next one. Shorter length, and that's just flayed out to the cover fielder, who's got a good throw back into game, is right over the stumps. Number 11, I believe, was it?
Tambe, are you happy with this, sir? Yeah.
Adam and Mohan. Good throw, just keeps them to a single. As Tambe approaches for the fifth ball of this first over of his. Yeah, another wild attempt at a guide down to third man. Doesn't make any contact. Managed to keep his shape, so losing his shape there with the shot. Ball passing the outside edge and straight through to the keeper, Skamans. Tambe approaches. This time thick outside edge straight through to Raz Mohammed at deep third man, and he'll return that to the keeper. Skamans just a single. 2 runs off that. Over from Tambe. Takes the Thundercats to 50 off 12, so a run rate of 4.17 currently. Still, I think Lions will be the happier of the two sides at the moment, this situation of the game, despite the fact that the Thundercats have managed to put a few more runs on the board. 50 for 5 off 12, certainly wouldn't have thought anybody would be worried about that total so far. Let's see if these two batters, both of them on 13, and both of them having faced 21 deliveries. There we go. So Gallagher will continue to Saha. Bit of a swipe, thick outside edge out to Dandapani on the more like a point boundary, I think. That'll be a single as Gallagher continues with his second over. 4 runs so far off his 7 deliveries that he's bowled so far this evening. Fuller length but wrong line. There's a bit of mayhem going on in the field at the moment as the batters come through for 2. As I was just saying, Gallagher better length, wrong line, and Khan manages to nurdle that one around the corner for 2. Gallagher's delivery there, pumped down to long on, not enough on it to look like it was ever going to be a catch. To number 24, Amjad Sher on the long on boundary as Gallagher continues. Ooh, just nudged that one past the keeper, and there's nobody at third man. Raz Mohammed chase after that one. And they'll come back for 2. That was Saha. So these two batters staying consistent, at least. Both of them still 16 runs, both of them having faced 23 balls each. Time you've got to feel that they have to start looking to push the score along as Gallagher then beats the outside edge. Good take from Skamans. No run. 9 so far off 11 deliveries for Gallagher to bowl his second, the last ball of his second over this evening. Similar to the previous one, and same result. No contact, straight through the keeper. Skamans returns the ball, and that'll be the over. That's another dot ball, 56 for 5 off 13, so the run rate staying there just above, hovering above 4. 4.31 currently. .35 runs so far for the 6th wicket to these batters. Wouldn't really say they're pushing it along. Consolidation period, I think, is probably over now. They've got to start looking for some runs. 7 overs to go. It's Tambe to continue from the care of a water tower end. Into Khan as he has a wild slash at that one, trying to play it down to third man. I was just going to say, is it vacant? But it's not. As I can see, we have a third man fielder out on the boundary fence, so it's a single shot at best of that, looking to guide it down there. At worst, it could have been straight through to the keeper, but it's neither of those. It's a dot ball, and Khan will continue to face Mahesh Tambe. Gives that a slap just past the right hand of the bowler. Come through for a single as that ball makes its way through to keeper Skamans and brings Saha on to strike. Not really got good contact on that one. Again, looked like a off-balance attempt at of a shot. Didn't really go anywhere. Just past the bowler's hand as Tampe continues to Saha. And that's another dot as he replays the shot that he thinks he wanted to play, which again wouldn't have delivered him anything more than a single, as he's got a Harry Dandapani is out on the square leg boundary. So it looks like they're struggling for ideas as where these boundaries are going to come from at the moment, these two batters. Saha moving around a little bit on the crease and just play that one out to Raz Mohammed, who fumbles at third man. I was going to say just coming for a single, but with the fumble, an easy 2. Tambu won't be too happy with that. Easy piece of fielding, really. He took his eye off the ball, I think. Coming in, there was never a 2. There was never a second run on there with a clean take, but anyway. It's Tambu to continue as that takes Saha to 18 off 27. Again, just moving around the crease, just Tambe's not reacting to the batter's movement, continues with those same lines, and there's no contact. So it'll be another dot, be happy with that. Just 5 runs so far of his 11 deliveries. So after the full toss and the first ball of his first over. Got his radar back, and it's the last delivery of his second to Sahar again. A little bit of shorter one, he'll play that one out. Come back for 2, will they? No, they won't. Mohan it is, I think, that's coming in from the cover boundary with a good bit of fielding. Nice sharp throw, they won't take more than 1. which brings us to the end of the 14th and takes the score along to 60 for 5. 6 runs off Tambe's first 2 overs, so he'll be happy with that. 4.29 is the run rate currently of the Thundercats innings. Again, for those of you joining us now at this phase of the match, the Bengal Thundercats lost first 5 wickets for 21 runs off the first 5.2 overs. So there's something of a consolidation that's taking place now, but having seen 14 overs gone, we've got 6 overs left, so even 10 and over from here will only take them to 120, so they've got to start pushing this along to set anything of a target for the Lions to chase this evening, as Gallagher will continue to Saha, who manages to meet that on the full, out to the mid-wicket boundary, and he doesn't manage to stop that. I was just going to say it's a good dive out there, but Mahan just manages to push it over the rope, and that'll go for 4. So it's the first boundary for a long while to the Thundercats. From their perspective, a much needed boundary. Taken to 64. As Saha misses that full delivery, I was just looking for seeing what's the boundary count for this evening. That was only the 4th boundary of the Thundercats innings so far, so they'll be looking to certainly increase that boundary rate. I'm going to set a target for the Empire Lions as Gallagher comes in again. And it's well fielded, just backward of square leg, to keep them to a single. Gallagher straying his lines again a little bit down leg side. He has got some cover on the leg side, but I don't think that's... Has he got enough on that one? Splits the 2 fielders. Looked on for a second as that might have been a chance, but no, actually it's a well-directed shot. Just in between cow corner and the long-on fielder. Almost dissected them perfectly. So perfectly, I'll give him credit for that one. That was he intended. And that's another boundary, second one of the over. So are we seeing something of a comeback here now from the Thundercats batters? Movement around the crease. Ooh, Skamers with a good take. Umpire at square leg, Debashish Roy, is of the opinion that the back foot was in the crease, so that'll be a dot ball. As another airliner goes over ahead this evening. 69 for 5 this course currently, and it'll be the last of the 3rd over from Gallagher. Khan facing with 21 off 27 currently. That's again too full from Gallagher, but he managed to get away with that one. That'll go down with a dot in the book, and we all know that that was a filthy full toss. Should have been dispatched to the boundary, but he only managed to paddle it straight to the fielder. And no run, so he gets away with that one there, Gallagher. 3 overs for 18. Going at 6 and over this evening, Mr. Gallagher. 69 for 5 off 15, which takes the Thundercats run rate to 4.6. And let's have a look. Looks like it's going to be Tambe to continue from the care of a water tower end. Still a pleasant evening. We've got a little bit more cloud cover at the moment, but no issue. No issue with the light. Still a bit of blue up there in the clouds. Forecast has been quite changeable this week. Looks like we've got a sunny end of the week coming up. More possibility of a shower later on this evening. Let's hope we don't see that. As it'll be Tambe to continue. We have 3rd man out. Cover fielder Saha can only manage to dig that one out straight back to the bowler. We've got Dandapani at deep square, Gallagher at cow corner on the rope, and Amjad Sher long on. Right on the boundary with Aravind Mohan on the cover boundary as Tambe comes in, and Saha again straight to the fielder. No run, batter's not managing to pierce the field too well this evening. We saw a couple of boundaries in the previous over, but That's 2 dots so far of this one. So pressure's building here on the batters to up this run rate currently, whilst Tambe will try to continue to contain. Again, similar length, similar lines. Just manages to play it wide of Collins this time and come through for the single.
Yeah, that's good, mate. All right.
Which will take Saha along to 25 from 35, and his partner Belayat Khan with 21 from 28. As Tambe comes in for the 4th delivery of his over again. There's some good contact with that, and that's going to go all the way. 6 in the slot there from Tambe, and gratefully acknowledged by the batter there, Khan, as he pumps that one straight into the ditch. Over deep mid-wicket. Similar deliveries as I mentioned earlier. I think Tambe's still struggling with his radar. Those deliveries just in the arc, which is not like him when he's on form. Putting the ball there, literally to be slapped over the mid-wicket boundary, and that's exactly what happened. That's the first 6 of the innings of the Thundercats, which takes Khan along to 27 from 29 deliveries. Let's see how they're going to find this one. And look, we have too many spectators interested in digging out the ball from the ditch this evening, and the umpires are signalling for a spare ball. Or have we found it? No, there we go. Just as I thought all was lost, the ball is found. Umpire will have a look just to make sure that it is the correct ball that they found from the ditch. There's a few of those in the last few qualifier matches. Some of them not found, some of them found, so could in theory still be a few balls out there, but it looks like they're happy with the one that has been found, or are they? Let's see. O'Brien, I think it is, that's having discussion here with the umpire about the condition of the ball. Seem to be interested in making a change. Here we'll see third umpire Sunidhi Ravindra this evening, bringing out another box of balls for the umpires to have a look at. I wonder whether they're normally, then if it goes into the ditch side, there's a bit of not much water in the going through that. Thinking of the word I would use. Stream. Anyway, ditch will do for now. We've got long reeds down there in that ditch, not much water, a bit of silt maybe on the ball. In any case, it looks like they're trying to make their minds up on a ball change for this evening. Seems they have done. So we shall resume then finally with a bit of a break here for the ball change after 15.4 overs. That 6 takes the score along to 76 for 5, and there's two balls to come from Tambe, I beg your pardon. Tambe's third over. It's Khan that's facing, and Saha at the non-strikers end. This partnership now developing along nicely from 21 for 5 to 76 as Tambe approaches. Not quite in the block hole, but at least not in the slot for a repeat of the previous delivery, and that goes straight out to Padal at the short extra. And there's no run. Run rate currently approaching 5 and over, 4.8. So they'll be looking to push this along now as Tambe comes in for the last delivery of this over. Another swipe, looks like that'll come down in between the field as it does, and Khan comes round to, I was just about to say to try and stop the second run, but doesn't manage to do so. That's 2 runs off that final ball, which leaves Tambe's figures 15 from his first 3 overs. And the score moves along to 78 for 5 with a run rate of 4.88. Off 16, we'll have 4 overs left. As third umpire Srinidhi Ravindra on camera then starts to steal my mints. How dare he. Anyway, let's see if he's left me any. Yep, sounds like we have a couple left. It's going to be number 8, Raz Mohammed, to continue from the residential end. Changing ends for him now. He bowled his first 2 overs from the Keraba water tower end. And bowled them for the for only conceding 2 runs for 1 wicket off his first 2 overs. So let's see what he's going to come up with here in the 17th to 2 set batters. Fuller normal length for Raz Mohammed, as that's returned by Collins at short extra. Not managed to stop the singles. They come through for a sharp one. Moving the score along to 79. Just checking the field. We've got Gallagher out here at long off. Dandapani sweeper on the cover boundary. We have Sher at long on. O'Brien cow corner, and it remains Mohan out on the mid wicket boundary as Raz Mohammed approaches, and that looks like it'll be another single, as that one's just nurdled out to the fielder just backward a point. That's Tambe. Score moves along to 80. Saha now on who'll face the next ball is 26 from 36, and his partner Khan, Beliat Khan, 30 from 32, as Mohammed approaches the 3rd ball of his 3rd over. Again, a similar grunt from Mohammed as he delivers. Will the fielders cut that one off? No, again, that's bisected the 2 fielders, as Sher tried to come round from long on and Gallagher from long off. Neither of them managed to put in a dive to try and avoid that boundary. So that'll be the first boundary that Mohammed has conceded. Saha takes himself along to 30. These 2 batters are doing a good job, both on 30 at the moment. Oh, as Mohammed beats Saha then outside the off for another dot. That'll be 8 runs so far for 1 wicket for Mohammed as he comes to bowl his 5th delivery from the 3rd over. There's a Saha it'll be to face. Full, and haven't got a 3rd man out. It's an interesting field considering that Mohammed is going to be bowling full deliveries, as that's Tambe that comes round from backward point, and they'll take 2. So it looks to me as they're better off with a 3rd man out. The way Mohammed is bowling at the moment, he comes in for his last ball a little bit shorter. Saha plays that one down, and Tambe managed to get a hand on it. It's like you say, with a decent throw, and still, anyway, they'll only take a single. As Padal, it is that sweeps up from that rather wayward throw from Tambe there at backward point, off balanced as he was, and that brings us to the close of the 17th. 87 for 5 score currently, so they've just managed to put that run rate above 5. So the last 3, I think they'll be looking to try and go for 10s here. I would have thought that'll give them a score of just under 120 if they can do that. Take 30 off the last 3. It's going to be Tambe to continue. Let's see whether he can get his lines and lengths right this evening on his final over. Mohan with the return. Will it be anything like a...
Mac, you have to be off.
Looks like it's... yeah, I was going to say that. It looks like he had a chance of a run-up, but Mohan just took that critical extra moment of time to get the throw in, and the batter made it home. So Saha takes 2 off the first ball. I thought that was going to be a single, but good running. Tambe approaches. Saha just trying to move around the crease, see if he can put the bowler off, and then he manages to do so in terms of, from his perspective. As, umpire Roy then signals that one as a wide. One more to the score, one more to the extras. And that'll be 90 for 5. As Tambe approaches Saha, what does he do this time? Comes down the crease, down the wicket, beg your pardon, and doesn't really make good contact with that one, and they'll come back for 2. Share then return, just clips the bails. And we see the zingers in this evening light flashing away. Batter safely home, however, for an easy 2. Tambe to continue. 3rd of his last over this evening. Similar shot as Saha has managed to play. Ooh, a bit of silly footwork going on there.
Sorry, Carlo. Sorry.
Not going to be happy with that. I want to see that in a field, in a qualifier, from Mohammed Imran. Any kids watching, that's backing up, hands on the ball, make sure you stop that one rather than trying to play football. And Saha will squirt that one out to backwards when it's Harry coming round, and he won't stop it. Good connection with the ball there from Saha, and that'll take it for a boundary 4. Something of and it wasn't a sweep shot, it was, I won't go as far as say it's an agricultural heave, but certainly got enough wood on it anyway, and that raced away to the boundary here. There's a little bit of a downward slope, that part of the field here at Kerava, so dry conditions and having had a good mow this evening, there's a lot of work for, once that's beaten the short backward square leg fielder in the ring, it's a lot of work for Dandapani to do, and he doesn't manage to cut that one off. So it'll be Tambe to continue. Saha on 43 from 44. Manages to get that somewhere near the block hole, but he plays that one out to extra cover, and the field's after it. Does he manage to stop it? Doesn't look like it. No, again. Made sufficient contact with that. Wasn't sure then from the sound of it whether he did, but quite clearly
Something different. Yeah, bring him up.
managed to get that one out. Takes Saha to 47 as he beat the fielder out there on the sort of a wide extra cover fielder. O'Brien in the sun hat there just on the boundary. Didn't manage to cut that one off. Thought he should have done from here. But, in the benefit of the doubt, that goes to 30 from Tambe's spell so far. The last ball manages to find a fuller length, no contact from Saha, the batter. That goes straight through the keeper. So they finish with none for 30 off his spell this evening of 4 overs. 2 overs to go. That's score currently on 102 for 5. Moving along at a run rate of 5.67. So, as I said earlier, if they can push this along a little bit, manage to get 120. They must see that as an absolute minimum for this this evening match to put any pressure at all on the Empire Lions batters tonight. But they're doing a good job so far, with 5 wickets down. Neither of these two batters will probably be upset for me to say that they wouldn't necessarily be the guys that would be the most explosive of batters in this team, but they've done a good job to consolidate from the position of 21 for 5. Both of them going on round about a runner ball. Saha just above it, 47 for 46, and Kahan it'll be that's facing 30 from 32 as Raz Mohammed comes in for his last over of the evening. Nice looking shot, but nice looking doesn't get him anything. That's a dot in the book, straight to Nathan Collins on the extra cover ring. Drilled it at him. Unfortunately not past him, so we'll continue to face. Be a welcome dot for the Empire Lions bowler, Raz Mohammed. And again he gets with wood on that one, and it'll be straight to Share, and I suspect they won't come back for a second, knowing his arm. So just the single. Moves Khan along to 31 from 34, and it'll be Saha to face, who's on 47. Just looking round, see where the boundary fielders are. As it's Mohammed, he'll come and approach. It's a slower one, which Saha then misses. Or did he miss it? No, at least misjudged. No signal from the umpire, so they must have got some wood on that one. Misjudged in any case, so it just trickles out for a single. Taken to 48, and the score along to 104. 3 balls left from this over from Mohammed as he bowls to Khan, who again doesn't really make good contact with that. And they'll come back on Share's arm, not quite straight to the fielder this time. They'll come back for 2, which they do. Raz Mohammed not managing to take that cleanly behind the stumps. And Khan will take 2, 33 from 35 currently, as we have 2 balls remaining in the 19th from Raz Mohammed. I suspect it'll be Share to take the last one. Looking for the block hole, and he doesn't find it, and he just basically puts a full toss easily onto the bat of Khan, who just slaps that one around the corner for an easy boundary 4. Mohammed will be unhappy with that. Not something that the national team coach will be happy with either, watching this match tonight at home, no doubt. Mr. Matthew Jenkinson. They'll be looking for Mohammed to nail those Yorkers. That's a better ball from Mohammed to finish his spell. 4 overs, 1 for 19. So I think, given that he went for just 2 runs off his first 2, that'll be, in my mathematics, will be 17 off his second 2 overs, second spell. 4 overs, 1 for 90. He'll be happy with that overall, I think. So 1 over to come. The score currently on 110, so it's looking quite likely that if they can manage to push Amjad Share's last over around for around about 10 runs, that we're going to see a score of approximately 120 this evening, which, if they do, it'll be, I think, probably a relief for the Thundercats as a whether we'll see a 100 partnership or not, from 21 for 5 to 110 for 5. Probably about as good as they could have expected from that situation. So Share's figures so far this evening: 3 overs, 3 for 19, as we saw earlier on. Took 3 wickets, but was a bit expensive compared to Raz Mohammed's first couple of overs. So he's going to come into Saha, who's currently on 48 from 47. And there'll only be a single there as he makes some contact, but not much of one. And it'll be Collins that came round there to collect the ball. Saha moving along to 49 and 111 on the Nelson as we come here for Share's second delivery of the last over. And goes past, yeah. Past the edge, but as we can't quite see the angle here from the commentary position, it's signal as a wide by umpire Roy. So Share will continue. Similar shot, head up in the air. There's no contact, and that's straight through the keeper for a dot. So Khan will continue to face the third ball of the final over, 37 from 38. His current situation. Outside edge, and that goes aerial with somebody come round. Collins it is. Made that look easy. Wasn't an easy one. It's a little bit of a swirler, but over his shoulder, Collins judged it absolutely perfectly. Takes an easy catch and shouts to his fellow national team squad player of well batted. Good to see from the umpire lines. 37 for Khan from 39 balls as the 6th wicket falls on 1-1-2. Managed to avoid the Nelson, but next ball, the wicket was lost. So let's see who we got coming here in at number 8. It is, if I can get a look on the shirt, 22 is that? Yes, it is, as he turns around conveniently for the scorer. Sorry, the commentator, and it'll be Kaushik Nag to face the 4th ball of the final over from Amjad Sher. Saha, his partner at the non-strikers, 49 from 48 currently as Sher approaches. And Nag moving around the crease. Didn't manage to get much of a contact with that, but just squirts out to a short backward square. No signal from the umpires. Was that a bye? No, it wasn't. Wood on that as Nag then gets off the mark for a single. So there'll be 2 balls remaining for Saha to either bring up his 50 or not. In this case, not. Skamin's going up with a loud shout. Umpire's not interested. But that's a dot. Heard something was the cry from the keeper, but yeah, nobody else did. And that's a dot, which will please the Empire Lions bowlers more than the Thundercats batter. And let's see whether Saha can get this last ball away, which he doesn't. And Skamin's returns that one and breaks the stumps, which means that Nag, trying to take the single off the last ball, will be out. So Saha will remain at the close of the innings on 49. Closing of the innings, 1-1-3 for 7, so didn't quite manage to get Sher away there off the last over, who finished with respectable figures of 4 for 22. And we'll take a break. West Bengal Tiger Thundercats. The Thundercats having managed to score only 113. I think they'll say only 113 for the first innings. Subpar score for the Thundercats batters. Just managing a run rate of 5.7 off their innings. A full 20, which looking at it from another perspective, considering they were 21 for 5 off 5.2, I think they're probably happy that they made the 20 overs at the end of the day. Maybe you would have liked another 10 or 15, but from the situation that they found themselves in, probably so relatively happy with 113. So it'll be Finnish national team colleagues O'Brien and Collins to start the innings, and it'll be number 58, Jordan O'Brien, who will face the first ball from the Thundercats bowler Kabir, who is their leading wicket taker for this season with 17 wickets, ranked currently 8th in the bowler stats for the Finnish Premier League 2023. So let's see what he comes up with. Usually a bustly little fast medium. As the umpires just check their watches for the start time, and yet another airliner passes above us. Just looking out here on the cloud cover that we've currently got. Not looking too bad at the moment. Let's not talk about the weather anymore, shall we? It'll be 7:10 for the start time for the second innings. Umpires just checking the scorers, and the third umpire is ready to go. Well, Ryan it will be to face. The first ball in reply from Kabir. And he's all behind that one, just straight back to the bowler. For a dot ball for the first ball of the second innings. Chasing 114 to take them through to the championship final. Thundercats will be looking to try and nab some early wickets here. O'Brien just manages to get enough wood on that one to take that over the cover fielder, and it will, I was just about to say race away, trickle away to the cover boundary for 4 runs. As yet another airliner passes over. Instead of a national cricket ground this evening, looking in glorious shape as Kabir will come in to deliver. His third ball of the innings, and that'll be a dot. So Brian leaves that one through to the keeper. Keeper this evening for the Thundercats, number 7, Mr. Mohiuddin Al-Belal, their regular wicketkeeper. As Kabir prepares to come in for the 4th delivery of his first over this evening. O'Brien it will be again to face. And they look for one and get one. Just to the enough to the right of the right hand, the wide point fielder, whose number I didn't quite catch from the shirt, but Collins comes through from the non-strikers to the strikers end for the successful single, taking O'Brien to 5 from the first 4 deliveries of this over as Kabir comes in a bowl to Collins. He plays that one away, guides it down, and guides it down perfectly through the vacant third man area for 4. Get himself off the mark. As we get another airliner pass over above us. So that takes the Empire Line score along to 9 from the first 5 balls of Kabea's first over, without loss. Thundercats with a slip in, and third man just outside the ring as Collins then hits that one away to that very third man. Backward point fielder perhaps is probably more like it for a single, and that'll be the end of the over. 10 off it. The Empire Lions be happy with that from the first over. Obviously aware of weather forecast conditions for this evening. Won't want to get stuck. And obviously with just a score of 1-1-3 on the board, that's not too much that they'll need to keep ahead of in terms of the pass score this evening. Let's see who it'll be coming to take the second over of the Thundercats innings. Looks like Sardar, I believe, but let's see if he'll turn around and give me a view of his shirt. 23. It is indeed. He's the Thundercats' second leading wicket taker so far this season in the Finnish Premier League, with 16 wickets from 11 matches. Not quite as successful as he was last season, being the leading wicket taker from last season's Premier League, and he'll come into Collins to deliver his first ball. Collins then gets an edge on that, pat enough of an edge, and it'll fly past the keeper, and has got enough on it. I was going to say it looks like it's not going to make it to the boundary, but it did, and Collins will move on to 9 from 3 deliveries faced. Collins manages to get enough on that one just to take it past the keeper with no slip in. Which they've now decided to change, and we have a fielder in the slip position as Sardar comes in for his second delivery. Just in the slot for Collins to play straight, doesn't manage to get it past the fielder at mid-on, and they'll come through for a single. Fielder at mid-on, number 31, Iqbal Hussain, fields that one nicely. Let's see, just changing field settings. We've got long off out to O'Brien. 32 is Mr. Mahmoud Alam, just here by the commentary box at a long off on the boundary rope, literally, and we've got a cover fielder out, not quite on the boundary, 3/4. Sardar with a full one to O'Brien, and he plays that one straight out to long on with a fumble. Collins, normally quick between the wickets, comes back for what is a relatively easy single by the time the fielders managed to get that one back in. That's 31 that managed to field the ball in the end, Mr. Iqbal Hussain. Coming round from mid-on, not happy with his fielding partner, fumbling that one. Shouldn't have been more than a single there, but anyway, Sardar to continue to O'Brien, who swipes at that one. Has he got enough on it outside the ring? Looks like he has. It'll come down, and pitch won't quite take over the boundary. A decent throw back in towards the keeper, who comes and collects, and they'll come through for 3 runs. Moving the score along here to 17 without loss from the first 10 deliveries of this second innings. Both Collins and O'Brien on 10 runs each. No extras currently. Sardar approaching, and Collins just defends that one straight back to the bowler. Field set out here. We've got fielder out on the cover boundary, and the second field we've got out here still remains at long off. So just the 2 out for the power play second over of 6. Sardar continues. Managed to get that one just in the block hole. Collins manages to squeeze it out and come through for a quick single. There's a bit of a fumble in the field, and they'll take that single easily enough at the end. That brings up the end of the second over, 21 without loss. That means the Empire Lions now currently require 93 from the remaining 18 overs, as Sardar goes for 11 off his first over. No chances yet so far from the Empire Lions batters. And it looks like it'll be Kabir to continue for his second over this evening. Collins facing. So he put that short of a length, and Collins will slap those away all day long if you put it out there for him. That goes straight to the boundary, no question about it. There's no fielder out there. 4 runs. We've got deep mid wicket, and now we have a fielder going down to deep third man as an afterthought from that delivery. There we go. There's another change. Moves the deep mid wicket fielder back up to the ring. Let's see where we have. No, it looks like they're attacking field. Only the one player out then for the Thundercats bowlers currently, as Collins manages to get a bat on that one and into the ground and up into the air for a dot ball. Looks like the field is remaining unchanged from the previous delivery, so just the one fielder out of the ring down at deep third man, just the other side of the advertising boards. Rest of the fielders all spread around the inner circle. Slip in a gully, and Collins just guide that one. I was going to say past gully, doesn't quite get past gully, but enough to the right hands of the gully fielder that O'Brien is easy. It makes that easy enough into a single to Collins, moves him along to 16 from 9, and brings his partner Jordan O'Brien on to strike, who is currently 10 from 6 as Kabir approaches for his 4th ball of this over. O'Brien just guiding that one. Really, the Thundercats not really attacking the ball here. They've got the fielders on the inner circle, but they're not stopping singles. So they've either got to set themselves shorter, if that's their intention, closer to the wicket, to stop the single. Otherwise, these two batters are just going to nurdle this one around, I fear. For the Thundercats, at least. It's just the one fielder out again to Collins at just inside the third. A bit of a hesitation there, but Collins then manages to get through as a decent throw comes in from the field. Misses the stumps at the non-strikers, and that'll be another single, taking Collins along to 17 and the score to 28. And I think we have one ball left in this second over. It'll be O'Brien to face this one, as it gets a little bit cloudier here. No lights here in the new commentary box at the Kerava National Cricket Ground, but O'Brien guides that one away. Just after they brought the third man fielder up from Collins, decided not to have the third man out for O'Brien, and he punches the ball straight to where that fielder was, the previous delivery, and there's another boundary. 4 runs to the score, 15 for O'Brien from 8 deliveries. That's 32 from 3 to the Empire lines. Cruising along here at 10.67 and over with a run rate required of only now under 5 at 4.8. 82 off the remaining 17. So well ahead in terms of the worm chart, the Empire batters at the moment. As Collins advances down the wicket, not quite sure why he would decide to do so, but anyway, sees his stumps rearranged by Sardar, and that's the end of him for this evening, for 17 from 11. I was just about to say, as it gets a little bit muggier, as the cloud cover then seems to have moved over looks like perhaps we might have a clearer spell just coming in, but that's the first wicket down for the Thundercats at 32, off 3.1, and that sees number 11, Arvind Mohan, to the crease. Another national team player, prolific run scorer in the national side.
You faced much of him, Macca? Genuine outie.
166 off
Next up it is.
8 matches for Mohan this year. Not managed to play all of the league games for the Empire Lions this season.
Coming right over to you, 5 more balls to come.
But a decent rate of runs at normally scores at a strike rate of 100 plus. It's 100 currently exactly on his cumulative scores so far this season, as he plays that one back straight to the bowler for a dot. Sardar then improves his figures along to 8 balls, 1 for 11 currently. And another change to the field as the mid-off fielder moves back to outside the ring, 2/3. Mohan plays that one past the point fielder, but covered by the Thundercats cover fielder, and there'll be no run there. So Sardar then, having taken his first wicket, also managing to keep tighter lines in this, his second over of the evening. Mohan just plays that one and beats the bowler's attempted dive. As the fielder comes around to pick that one up, and they'll take an easy single to bring O'Brien on to strike, who currently is 15 off his 8 deliveries faced this evening. The field again is still not... they're moving another man out. They've got moving number 31 out to long on, and the second fielder out at cow corner to O'Brien. And a wild swing on that one, it goes straight up. Should be meat and drink to the keeper. It's 2 rash shots from the 2 openers. And O'Brien departs on 15. So, after the first 3 overs cruising along, Empire loses 2 quite unnecessary wickets from my perspective. Looking at the state of the game, not really needed, but anyway, either of the batsmen, something to think about this evening. Collins and O'Brien, neither of them pushing on after making a decent start, and it'll see Padal, number 26, will come in at 4, with the situation of 33 for 2 for the Empire Lions. Still only 81 they require of 16.1 overs, but obviously having lost 2 quick wickets, they'll be looking to have a short period of consolidation, I would have thought here. Just to make sure right now, I would have thought that they won't want to lose any other quick wickets to put pressure on the remaining batters. Looks like the Thundercats are going to keep the field in tight. They've not got any fielders out of the ring currently, as Padal faces his first ball and just plays that one back to the bowler, who then has a ping at the stumps. Padal is back in his ground. That'll be the end of the over. No run scored off that last ball. 33 for 2 of 4. Still a hen-through run rate of 8 1/4 for the start of this Empire Lions innings. Good over from Sardar. Takes his figures to 2 for 12 from his first 2. So it'll be Mohan and Padal.
Can I get leg stump, please?
Mohan asking for a leg stump guard, but with the another airliner going over the top of us. I don't know whether umpire Roy has heard that one, as he has. And let's see who it'll be to bowl the 5th over. of this innings. Looks like Belliot Khan can take his first over. Mohan looks that respectfully to short cover fielder for no run. Belliot Khan, as mentioned earlier in the first innings, another colleague of these two batters from the Finnish national side, so they'll know each other pretty well. And in this case, Khan it is that'll come out on top as he nicks that. Mohan nicks that straight through to the keeper. It was a nice clean take. So the third wicket down on 33. The second wicket on the same score. Collins having been the first wicket down on 32. So we've lost 3 for 1 here. So something of a stutter in this innings from the Empire Lions batters. Not what they will have been looking for, but exactly what the Thundercats will have been looking for. So here we go. I'm going to make an interesting game out of this one as it's number 24 for the Empire Lions, 24 Amjad Sher, coming in at 5. As the third umpire enters the fields of play and gives a signal to the covers as we see just need a bit of adjustment to the tarpaulins. And the run-ups, the critical areas at least covered, for us to be able to hopefully continue as soon as the shower passes over. Just having a look at the forecast, what's it currently looking like for this part of Karabakh? Oh, well, there you go. From a meteorological perspective, we shouldn't be having rain apparently, but we are, so So we currently have a forecast of 22 to 21 degrees through 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock this evening, with a bit of cloud cover and a bit of sunshine. So hopefully that'll mean that this shower will pass over relatively quickly. And if the forecast is correct, then the next batch of rain cover is only going to be coming through around about 11 p.m. this evening, so hopefully we'll have enough light and certainly enough time to resume and achieve a result this evening. So we'll take a break in proceedings and join you as soon as the showers are over, hopefully. Thank you. Evening all to everybody still following the stream this evening. The umpires have now concluded that the required 10 overs to constitute a match this evening is not possible to be played due to weather conditions. And that means the news is that the match will continue from this current position tomorrow at 17:30 local time. So please do join us again to follow what hopefully will be an exciting conclusion to decide which team will be joining the Greater Helsinki Markers in Saturday's Finnish Premier League final. It was a pleasure talking to you and commentating for the match this evening. Unfortunately, the weather has beaten us. Please do join us again tomorrow. We shall see you all then. Over and out.